Hey, welcome. Today, we are going to take a single, everyday word and put it right under the microscope. It's probably a word you use a dozen times before lunch, but I bet you'll be surprised to find out it's basically the Swiss Army knife of communication. So let's get into it.
Really think about that for a second. Most of the time, we just use words on autopilot, right? We never really stop to think about how much work they're actually doing for us. But it turns out some of the most common words are actually the hardest workers in the entire language.
And the word we're going to put under the microscope today is change. It seems so simple, but you're about to see just how complex and powerful it really is. Okay, so first things first, let's look at change as an action word. This is the version of change that, makes things happen. This is its job as a verb.
The core idea here is incredibly simple, but it's also really powerful. When you change something, you are actively making it different. It's a word all about transformation, whether it's something huge or something tiny.
And this example just nails it. Changed is the action. Ellen did something to that sentence. She actively made it different. In this case, better. It's a really clear, direct action. Now, of course, you might be thinking, well, there are other words we could use here. Things like alter, modify, or switch. But what's so interesting is that change is really the fundamental concept. All those other words are just more specific flavors of that same core idea. So we've seen change as an action, but believe it or not, that's only half the story. This word can also be a thing, a concept, a noun. And this is where its true versatility just starts to shine. Let's dig into that other side. All right, let's switch gears completely. We're not talking about the act of changing anymore. Now we're talking about change as a result, or even as a physical object. And get this, as a noun, it doesn't just have one meaning, it has three totally distinct ones. First, it can mean a difference, like the changes to a building plan. Second, it's the money you get back after you buy something. And third, it can be a replacement, like a change of clothes. It's the same word, but it's describing three completely different concepts. Just amazing. So what is going on here? We've got one word that can be both an action and a thing. And as a thing, it has all these different meanings. Why is this one little word so incredibly powerful and flexible?
Well, here's the secret. This word is so essential that it's actually included on a very special list. It's called the Basic English 850. And once you understand what that list is, you unlock the secret to its power.
So, what is this basic English list? Well, it's a foundational set of words that was designed to be a tool for super clear and effective communication, especially for international use.
The list has just 850 words. Think about that for a second. The entire English language has over 1 million words, and it gets boiled down to just the essential 850. The idea is that with this core toolkit, you can express almost any complex idea you can think of. The people who created this list knew that words like change were absolutely crucial. They are versatile, multi-purpose tools that really form the bedrock of understanding. They're basically the ultimate linguistic multi-tool.
So, what does this all mean for us? Why does the story of one simple word even matter? Well, it actually reveals a fundamental truth about how we communicate.
The big takeaway here is this. You do not need a massive vocabulary to be a great communicator. What you really need is a deep understanding of core, powerful words exactly like change, that can do a ton of heavy lifting for you. Mastering these foundational building blocks, that's the real key. Simplicity is what creates clarity.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. If one simple word can carry so much meaning and so much power, just imagine what can happen when we use these foundational words with real intention. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How can the simplest words we use every single day be the very tools we need to create the biggest change in our world?